Hello YouTube, and welcome to Plague Inc. Evolved. I hope you guys are having a good day today. I'm feeling much better than yesterday. Thank you for asking. And we are ready to get started. Except I seem to have lost part of my screen. Do not seem to. There we go. Now we got it. So, what we're going to do today is we're actually going to play the game. Since when we go into these single player custom scenarios and we pick one, it asks us if we want to add in any of the certain genes, and we can't do that. So if there's one that might help us out for something in particular, we don't have access to it yet because we haven't played the main campaign. So we played the first one, the bacteria, but you missed it. So we're going to play it again. So we're going to start with bacteria, and then we're going to go to virus, then we're going to go to fungus, then Neurax worm, then parasite, then prion, then necrovirus, and then the nanovirus, so on and so forth, all the way through to simian flu. And we'll see what that beholds. But if we unlock all of them, then we can go back and do the official scenarios, which are experiment with real life diseases and altered worlds, and we'll be in better shape for that. So we're actually going to do a let's play of the whole thing. So our bacteria, which is the most common cause of plague, has unlimited potential, and we're going to put that to the test. But see, we don't have access to any of these genes to add in to help us out if we need to. And if we're going to play other players who do have these and they want to use them, we need to have them available. So if you guys ever want to contact me and play with me or against me, we want an even playing field. So let us start. And we're going to do Zika. How appropriate. So we had great luck starting in Australia yesterday. So we're going to continue that trend and see how it does for us today. Now, looking at our basic setup, this is standard stuff. We've got air, water, the livestock, blood, mosquitoes, rats, and birds, which all give a slightly different type of infectability chance. I might be feeling better, but apparently I can't talk today. Echo too. And then we've got our standard symptoms, which also increase infectivity, but they also lead to death, and we want very little death. So we are in Australia, which is a wealthy, hot area. So bacteria has this cool ability where it gets protected against all climates. So it won't be slowed down as much across a universal climate pattern. But Australia is wealthy, so they have drug resistance. So we want to get this as soon as possible, but we also want to get it out. So we want this and this. Particularly, we would like water, because Australia has 2 ports and 1 airport. So if we have to wait on one, we're going to wait on the airport, because I don't think they're going to get shut down in their first infection wave. So we could still use the airport, but our easiest way to get out quicker and gain more expandability is to get out in the water. Because as you can see, port, port, airport. And then all of these countries are hot, so getting hot would probably cover the lower hemisphere, and then once we get up here into the cold, it gets more important to have cold. So we can wait on the cold just a little bit. And there we go with our water. And next we'll grab air, because as soon as we can, we want to get out of Australia. And yesterday we had great luck getting out of Australia and pretty much went just global really fast. And it was so fast with such a low fatality rate that we infected 100% of the people without triggering them to start the cure yet. But boy, when they started, they got it fired up fast. We still got them. So now let's get the air. So basically, if you're reading the description, it helps in arid environments and plane transmission. And this helps in humid environments and ship transmission. And I think we are humid, wealthy, and urban. So rich, urban, arid, hot. So next we got to take out the wealthy part, which would be this, for 11 points. And then that will help spread across a number of these, especially in this area where they are wealthy. And from the previous scenario plays we've done, I have a little bit better understanding of what we're doing. So hopefully this goes better, so I don't totally embarrass myself by not finishing the scenario. So the next thing we're going to get is we are going to get the all climate. And I'm kind of vague on this, but I'm guessing it helps protect it from being shut out in any climate, but this helps specifically in hot. So I don't see any problem with all three, but with this being 7, it may kick us up where we need to be and take out some of these minor factors like the arid and humid and such. And then we'll work on the hot, because hot is where we are. There's 7 points. So we get this, and then this doesn't seem to increase anything directly. So we gain no infectivity, we gain no severity, and no lethality. But we do gain resistance in hot temperatures and climates. And that's going to carry us through a lot of this area. And with only 38 people infected, we need to bump up how fast we are pulling people, because we're just not getting there as quick as we should be. And if we go into anything around here, Japan's more of a neutral, but you can see, oh, well, we just hit Japan. This is hot. So is this. That's more neutral, but all of these, I believe, are hot. So we get 1 more point, and there goes that airport. Pan off for us already. And that's got us our 11 points. And we need 13 now, so I miscalculated. So yeah, 13 points we need. And we get the ability to get this one to where it further increases survivability in all climates. But we don't want that yet. We want to target hot climates specifically first, because that's where we are. Now, I'm sure there's people who would argue my point, but I figure if we can cross off the majority of our areas by just getting this, we're way better off. Now, the next thing I would typically do is get cold resistance, because if we have some cold resistance, by the time we get north where it's colder, we're going to have to rush these as fast as possible. And we lost some people in the Balkan states due to a storm. We didn't do it, but we got some fatalities. And I wonder if, and I haven't tried this, and it'd be really hard to metric, if dead bodies in countries can be resurrected by the same things that reanimate zombies in this game. So the Balkan states lost 671 people. If they've got infected people in the country, will they turn into zombies if there's no zombie presence? Or do they just stay dead? Okay, now I don't think something as trivial as the rash symptom does anything for lethality. I'm pretty sure it just adds infectivity. So that helps us, and so does sweating. And this also makes it more dangerous in cold countries. So eventually we're going to want to come through here and get these, but the more of them we can pick up through free distribution of points, the better off we're going to be. But we really want to grab this cold resistance so that when we get up here, we are ready to go. Because we typically have problems in Norway and Sweden and Finland and Iceland and Greenland. And there's our airport paying off again. Now we've got considerably more people infected. Somehow we got over there. Didn't see how we hit South America, but we did. So we're good with that. Mystery infection. Maybe it was a Disney cruise liner went down there. So cold resistance. Now we've got resistance to cold. So that helps us out. So now let's go back to our transmission methods. And this does poor regions. This does hot climates. So if we pick up insects first, that will help the hot climate. This does urban, land transmission, and mutations. I think this paid off the most for us last time. So I think we need to get birds first. So 14 points for birds. Because I think birds went inter-country infection sped up, and that's what really pushed us over the top, getting through countries. And sometimes it's hard to tell what puts you over the top, because sometimes you buy two things at once, or you do it and then you don't see the results for a few minutes because you haven't hit that critical mass yet to get it. But we probably want this one next so we can overcome some of these hot climates and get some major saturation in. So 12 points for insect 1. And see, now we're already in the north, and we're in the UK, and they are cold and humid and urban and rich. So if we wouldn't have got cold, this would have been slowed tremendously. Now, I think the best way to get into the islands is from one of these two ports, Norway or Sweden. So I'm pretty sure one runs regularly between here and here. We got some points, so let's spend them. Let's get our hot climates up, and then we'll pull urban so that we get through there. So 14 points for urban. That might overcome some of our US problems. We got into Iceland. Now we just have to get into Greenland. And then I think we pretty much wrapped up all the islands except the Caribbean. We got a free sweating symptom, which we already checked does not add to any of our problems. So, is it urban? No, that's poor. We need rats. And poor regions. And then we'll just grab this for 13 points for livestock when it becomes available. So we are sending out a lot of infected boats and planes, but they're going to places that are already infected. So just need to get here and here, and then we are good. So we'll get livestock, and that's got the basics of this locked down. So now we can go into abilities, and we can do decrease future research speed now, I think, and that will decrease the research speed completely so it won't get ahead of us. And then we can do this one for 27, and they'll be really slow. So we're playing kind of a long game here. We're trying not to be detected until we've got everybody infected. So no detection until infection. That's our goal. But now we're on the watch list, so they probably won't start working on a cure for us until we start killing people. Let's pick up this survivability. That might help us. I don't think we need much more infectivity. But this one, this nausea one, does tend to do person-to-person spreading. But we're 50% or so. We got coughing. 50% or so infected. We just need one more country to go. And that would be Greenland. So somebody needs to get a boat to Greenland. Russia's infected. We need to get Finland, Sweden, and Norway infected. And then we can get to Greenland. We've got this many people infected, and we still have skin lesions. Don't know that we wanted that. So sweating, Skin lesions. Okay, we're still good. Okay, we did not get any cysts, and we don't want anemia yet. We are going to grab this because we really need to push these countries. Because Russia is cold. And now they're starting to work on a cure. So we need cold resistance. And maybe that will get us going and kind of light a fire under it in these countries. So they are rural, humid, cold. Dang it, we need to get land transmission, urban. We need that rural. So we need to get Russia down. Or that probably isn't going to help, but that might. Yeah, that did pick up Russia just a bit. Okay, now we're getting Norway. Now we're getting some severe symptoms and we're killing people. And now I just got a boat into Greenland. So we are successfully infecting people. So let's go back to our abilities and let's kill our... Don't want to do that just yet. Let's get rid of our wealthy countries. And less productive. It seems to add a slight sliver of lethality. I'm not sure we can tolerate that yet. See, the problem we had the last time we played one of these was that we infected a country and then killed off the infected people before they could infect more people. So we lost the country and there was no way to get back in. Okay, and this works out pretty easy. It gives you symptoms fairly well. Sweden's going down. Greenland's over the threshold. So that works. Now we can pick up paranoia. And still don't quite want to be fatal yet. Grab that. Yeah, we need to ramp up our infectivity just a tad. And that looks like we blotted out most of the countries. What's left? Greenland and Norway are the only two with survivors. Sweden, Norway. Norway's down. Greenland's down. I think everybody's down. So, let's grab fatals. And let's see if that gets us going. No healthy people left. This might be close. So we got genetic reshuffle at 27 points. So what we can do is, I don't think this is going to give us all of it back, but in bacteria, you can devolve your infection because everybody's already infected. So with bacteria, it gives you a refund. With viruses, it charges you to get them back. So yeah, we need 27 more points. And I don't want to devolve these, so let's devolve that. 27, 22, 26. That gave us enough. So we did that. And the genetic reshuffle, if you're not aware, drops their progress back. It's not as considerable as I would have hoped, but well, now everybody's infected, so I just need... Where's our big hitters? That's a good one. 25 points. That's kind of high. Don't see us getting it. That one's 35. 20. Immune suppression's probably going to be our easiest hit. So let's see if we do get 20 points before. Because we're not killing fast. And for picking up those two things that slow it down, it's not slowing it down too much. Got way too many healthy people. Only 3% dead. That is not helping our case. And I'm pretty sure we got the... I mean, genetic reshuffle too, but I don't think we're going to have time to pull that out. I'm afraid if we devolve this and this, we're going to lose that. Will we? Let's try it. Oh no, we got to keep them. And that's not going to do much for us, so let's devolve nausea. Pneumonia doesn't do much. Coughing would give us 2 points back. So we need 3 more points. And that boosts our lethality up. And that would really do it. I don't think we're getting 37 points. I think we're going to run out before then. We could get really lucky, but we're only at 4%. So I don't see... Speed it up a little. Yeah, we're having some problems here. 90%. Only gave us 1 point. And we really don't have much left to devolve. With 3 points. And we got coughing back. Alright, so they finished it. There's healing people. Pretty sure there's no way to fight back against that. I mean, I don't know if you could take genetic reshuffle again and make them redo the cure, but usually when you get to this point, you're hurting. So yeah, we're out. Well, we killed almost 1 billion people. Anyway, we already beat this one once, so we don't have to beat it again. And we beat the virus one. The fungus one was kind of tough, so... Anyway, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll do the virus one, but we got the bacteria one. We got most of the scenario down. We know how to do it. We beat bacteria with bacteria before. Just we got an unlucky draw that time and did not get mutation enough. And we probably could have done things a little more streamlined. But we're going to do straight through the rest of the scenarios so we can unlock those genes and the other stuff. And hopefully find some people to actually play against or with, because the multiplayer allows you to play against or with other people. So you can play a versus match or a co-op match where you have 2 plagues and see how quick you can wipe it out together, or you can have 2 plagues and see who can kill everybody the quickest. So we can figure that out. So anyway, I'm going to end this for today, but if you're enjoying these videos, subscribe to the channel. I made a playlist for these so they'll be easier for you to find. Since we're getting up there in video numbers, you can find the whole series in the Plague Evolved playlist, and the new ones will automatically get added to it. So there's 15-ish videos in there right now. This will be 16. It'll show up. I think you can subscribe to that playlist if this is all you're interested in and just watch them from there. But anyway, they're there. Subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the playlist if you like the video for me, and I will catch you guys later.